This is Bob. Bob is, he's the president of a technology organization, company. And Bob came to me because I had said something to him and it really bothered him. I said something like, boy, with the people on your leadership team, most of whom I knew, I said, if you do your job right, they will move mountains for you. And that got under his skin because that's not what was happening in that organization. So he came to me because he wanted to build a high-performance team. And Bob, I love him, he recognized that he probably needed to do some work himself because he wasn't catching the drift of what I was saying. He knew he needed to really master his own leadership. So those are the two things that we wanted to work on together. Before we started working together, Bob, he was a know-it-all. He was the guy in the room that had all the answers, and if anybody had a problem, he had the solution, and most of the decisions went through Bob. So he was a bottleneck for that organization. He was not good at listening. He was not motivating his team. You know, there was very little inspirational work going on there. So what we did is we started playing with the distinctions between you can be the smartest person in the room or you can be the leader, but you can't be both. And so when we started to dig into who Bob really is a leader. He doesn't want to be a know-it-all. He didn't want to be, he always called it a paternal figure. He said, I don't want to be a paternal figure. And I said, okay, well then don't do that then, right? Be the leader in the room. And he got to the point where he made himself totally vulnerable to his leadership team. And he said that he knew that he wasn't motivating them and he wanted to get better. And he asked for their help. And he said, I need your help in helping me to see my own blind spots. They loved what he had to say. I mean, if your leader came to your team and said that, I mean, how do you not just like, yes, of course I will help you. And they went so far as to create a system of feedback where everybody on the leadership team does it every single week. I call it BO. I don't know what they call it, but the B stands for sharing some brilliance about what you see in another person, what they did well, and then opportunities for growth. And they do that every week, and the president is part of that feedback loop. As a result of the work that Bob and I did together, they were able to hit their really aggressive revenue target. He wanted to double revenues in less than 6 months, and they nailed it. His team nailed it, which was beautiful. They also tripled the size of their staff, and they had 100% retention. As you know, this area has 2 point whatever % unemployment. That's remarkable, and it's something they're really proud of.